Hello, friends. Excited to spend a little more time with you today. I've got a couple things that I wanted to work on. I think the first thing that we should do is to get a chance to visit about the homework assignments just a little bit. And so to do that, I thought I'd share my screen, go ahead and open everything up, and we'll just take a look and see what we can see together. Okay, so I like to start out at just like the web page and go from scratch. Um, really good assignments. I do want to say we had some really good assignments turned in and some really good exams turned in, and we'll take a look at all of those. Um, the one thing I wanted to talk about is expectation management. Um, these should not be a soul sucking experience. These should be relatively straightforward. Um, these should not be horrible, horrible things. So let's open this up. Let's just take a look at Ariana's together. Okay, so what Ariana did here is Ariana did, you know, problem 5, A, B, C, D, and E. This is good. This is good, but the reservation I would have with this is when I pick these multi-part problems, I'm not trying to get you to do a whole lot of extra writing. Normally, the multi-part problems, you can generally summarize the question once and use them for all. And when you read Ariana's description, the first one, find the domain and range of the function that assigns each bit string the number of ones. The second one is essentially the same thing. It's phrased just a little bit differently. So Ariana didn't necessarily do a lot of extra thinking, and well, actually, she did to write it down, and she's just an excellent writer. The concept is when they're the multi-part problems, you can just kind of collapse those together. And so when we talk about what the problem is actually asking, you do that once, and then you can just do the work for all of them. Okay, the references, textbook chapter 2, section 2.3, that tends to be pretty a good generic place to start. It depends on the problem. It just depends on the assignment. Sometimes, especially if you're working in a Word document, if you can, if you're working off like a soft copy of the book, just go ahead and do a screen capture of a definition or something that's very helpful in these. But if you're not, textbook chapter 2, section 3, and then like definition 1 or something like that is usually sufficient. It depends on what medium you're working in, but this part of the discussion really is just to get you started, get you engaged with the material. Okay, but yeah, you don't have to do every A, B, C, D, and all that. But yeah, I agree with Charles. Very nice organization. A lot of good feedback, and I really appreciate this. It's a very good idea to provide feedback and provide encouragement. Okay, yeah, this is what we had. This is more of what I had in mind, I guess. Specifically, what I mean is less work. And Ariana, if doing it that way works for you, I don't want to discourage that. I just want to say, Ariana is above and beyond what I would have expected, and that's fine. I don't want to discourage that, but I don't want everybody to say, "Oh yeah, I expected to do lots of writing for every little subpart." So this looks a lot like my Google Doc, and basically kind of shows how I'm laying things together. I like the color coding and fun stuff like this. These all work. It's not a bad thing. So good job, Charles. Um, yep, good feedback, good stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, good feedback there. All right, Javatric and Devatric. Let's see if we can load up one of these. This is yep, that's an image. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, and it's got nice little use of headers over here, and I like that. All right. Okay, a sentence or a summary. Find the first 5 terms in a sequence. And references, the textbook. Um, try to at least get it down to at least a section, and if you can, get it down to like a definition or an example that you're following. A2. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, you don't have to write a novel on these, but kind of give some sort of an explanation for why it is you expect, or you kind of why it is that you kind of think that you've got the right answer. Let's see. So this is cool. Charles made the observation the everything kind of blends in. You could either separate your questions, extra space, or highlight the new questions. So let's take a look and see if Tanner had any action on that feedback. A little bit of extra space. We've got headers. And friends, I want you to know when you're working on reports like this, they can get long, they can get tedious, they can get hard to navigate very, very quickly. And so little pointers like, here's how to use different formatting and things to make the answers pop out more. I really appreciate those comments. Okay, so let's look at this one. If AB, find AB if A equals 2, 1 and B equals 0, 4. No, I mean, I have kind of a hard time understanding it. I see what, the part that he's working on. A list of references, chapter 2, and list of answers, description. Yeah, not a whole lot there to work with, right? And the matrices are just difficult to do inside a Word document. Anyway, friends, I just wanted to provide some feedback and let you know I appreciate the hard work all of you are doing. There's Reeds. Let's just pop up Reeds right quick and see how he did. Yeah. So it looks like Reed had a little bit of fun. Okay. All natural numbers. Good stuff. But one of the things is when you pop around too much, you start to get confused by, okay, which question are we doing, or what are we answering, and what's the process we're going through. So sometimes it's good to repeat some of the information. Anyway, I did want to say everything that I've seen so far, everybody's doing a pretty good job. And if you're spending a whole lot of extra time on it, I would say let's try to swing the pendulum back the other way. Try to be concise. Try to have on your references, try to get a specific definition or a specific example. Because, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's in the book, but that's 1,200, 1,400 pages. It's not necessarily really helpful if anybody has any questions about what you're doing, or if you have any questions about how you got to what you did. You don't have to break them down and do writing on every subpart. You can just kind of gloss over and hit them all. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my observations. I think everybody's doing a great job. I really do regret that we don't get to hang out together like we normally do in regular semesters, but I know that having this class online makes it a lot more manageable for a lot of my friends. So I'm happy to help any way that I can. Friends, great job. Looking forward to looking over the exams and getting back to you really soon. So anyway, have a great day and take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks.